I finally got my hands on a JBL PartyBox 720. Check it out. I'm just kidding. That's actually a 520. You've already seen that video. This is the JBL PartyBox 720, and it's one of the biggest, loudest battery-operated party speakers you can buy, so let's get into it. So, as we can see, the PartyBox 720 looks just like the rest of the PartyBox lineup, just way bigger. It's rocking the same tough plastic exterior with a metal grille, IPX4 water resistance rating, meaning it can handle splashes of water in light rain, and it's still got the wheels at the base and the handle up top for portability, as portable as a 68-pound speaker can get, of course. It's even sporting the same control panel and rear input options as the PartyBox 520, so let's talk about what's different under the hood. While the 520 is rated for 400 watts of output on AC power, the 720 doubles that, offering up to 800 watts of output on AC power. Damn! Additionally, the PartyBox 520 uses a pair of 7.5-inch woofers and a pair of 1-inch dome tweeters, but the 720 is rocking a larger setup with two 9-inch woofers and two 1.25-inch dome tweeters. That bump in driver size and wattage gives the 720 noticeably greater bass strength, along with more presence in the upper end frequencies, naturally making it the louder, more full-sounding speaker overall. So yeah, this thing gets f***ing loud, dude. Easily loud enough to do some hearing damage in a smaller indoor room, so be cautious of where you're cranking this thing up. The PartyBox 720 is also rocking some extra lighting over the 520. You still get the customizable conjoined lighting rings and the star lights, but the 720's top and bottom light bar extend out a little further than it does on the 520, and they also add these two additional light bars, one on each side of the grille. So it's not just all bass and output, the 720 does up those party vibes a little further with those extra details, and I mean, why not? Look at this thing. Look at how much space there is. So much more room for activities. Otherwise, there's nothing subtle about the 720. It stands about 3 feet tall, half a foot taller than the PartyBox 520, and like I said, it weighs close to 70 pounds. That said, it's pretty easy to roll around by yourself, but if you're propping this bad boy up onto a tailgate or a table to film a video, or maybe you have to carry it up a set of stairs, you'll definitely want to grab a friend to help. Fortunately, there's also a small handle built into the bottom of the enclosure here, which makes things a little easier to move around if you happen to have a friend to help you. Nobody wanted to help? Nobody to lift on a table? No, it's fine. When it comes to controls, the 720 and the 520, and even the old Stage 320 of a meow, feature the exact same control panel up top. You get playback controls, lighting controls, and backlit buttons for Bluetooth, Auracast, and bass boost. I find Auracast works really well, by the way. It's easy to sync up a second speaker, and you don't even need to pair your phone to it. Just power up the second speaker, hit Auracast button on the one you're connected to, hit the Auracast button on the second speaker, and boom, now you're rocking. And there is no limit to the amount of JBL Auracast speakers you can pair. So if you've got another PartyBox, or you've got a Charge 6 or a Flip 7 that you want to set up as a satellite speaker in a different room during your party, you can easily do that. Of course, it wouldn't be a PartyBox without those fun assignable DJ effect buttons. For my favorite party feature, the Again, not sure who's using these buttons on the regular, but maybe you're just a better fwam man than myself and you know how to get a room moving. It's all good. They're there if you want to use them. If not, just enjoy the sick light show and the tunes. Lastly, there is a set of microphone controls if you want to get your karaoke on. It's a basic EQ with some optional echo, which is actually reverb, but they are there to help you sound your best. Now, in terms of connectivity, you're getting the same options with the 720 as you would with the 520. The 720 connects to your device wirelessly via Bluetooth 5.4. It offers multi-point if you want to connect to both your phone and your computer and switch back and forth between them seamlessly. And it also supports both the SBC and AAC codecs. Around back, again, you got the same connection options on the 720 and the 520. You get dual XLR 1/4-inch inputs, so you can easily connect a guitar or a DJ mixer. And this is a nice touch and makes the 720 and 520 a bit more versatile compared to the smaller 320, which only offers 1/4-inch inputs, no XLR. There's also a USB-C port on both models that supports digital audio, including lossless formats, and it can also charge your phone in a pinch. Additionally, there's a 3.5mm aux-in and a few daisy chain ports, but of course, if you've got other JBL Auracast speakers, the easiest way to sync them up is through Auracast. Moving on to app support, again, both the 720 and the 520 and even the Stage 320 offer pretty much the same experience in the JBL PartyBox app. You get full control over the lighting effects, access to some EQ options, including a 7-band custom EQ, which is always nice to see, other things like firmware updates, the DJ controls, and settings for things like stereo pairing with an identical model. I definitely recommend downloading the JBL PartyBox app to use with these speakers if you want to take advantage of their full potential. So on to battery life. As mentioned, the PartyBox 720 is the largest JBL PartyBox that can run off battery. The PartyBox Ultimate, which is even bigger, for example, only runs off AC power. So the fact that we have a battery-powered speaker of this caliber is pretty cool. It just takes two to do it. Here we go. Ta-da! Dual swappable battery packs. These are the JBL Battery 600s, and you always have the option of buying additional batteries to help your off-grid parties go all night long. Again, pretty cool, but it's also important to know that if you want your PartyBox 720 or your 520 to run at full capacity, all 800 watts in this case, you'll need to run it off AC power. Now, JBL doesn't specify the wattage drop when running solely on battery, but in my testing, the 720 still gets plenty loud for outdoor listening with excellent bass strength. Now, JBL advertises up to 15 hours of playback off a single charge, which is the same for the PartyBox 520, which also has the swappable battery pack. But of course, that's going to vary depending on how loud you're listening, your EQ settings, your light show settings. Basically, the harder your speaker has to work, the faster your battery is going to drain, but both models do offer a quick charge feature. JBL states a 10-minute charge will get you 2 extra hours of playback time, so that's not too shabby. Otherwise, if you're near an outlet, you might as well plug in for optimal performance. Plus, you know, it's going to keep those batteries charged up, so you're good to go when you want to head off grid. There we go. Satisfying. So on to sound quality. How does the JBL PartyBox 720 sound? Well, it pretty much sounds like how you would expect it to sound just from its looks. It gets super loud. So loud, I couldn't even get close to full volume indoors. I had to hit the local park and annoy everyone for a brief period of time. Indoors, bass-heavy EDM and pop tracks will absolutely rattle your windows and annoy your neighbors, no question about it. Now for reference, JBL states that the Stage 320 can fill a tennis court-sized area with sound, and that's just with 240 watts. The 520 is 400 watts, so just under 2 tennis courts, while the 720 pushes 800 watts, so doing math. We're talking the area of roughly the size of 3.5 tennis courts with the 720. If you're after a speaker with big bass for big events, this is the one to get. Now I find the JBL Signature EQ setting is a great place to start, and you get the choice between deep bass and punchy bass. But I find most people enjoy the deep bass setting, myself included. If you want to get your guests moving, that deep setting gives you more of that club style sound with a low end response you can pretty much feel. Again, shaking the walls of a smaller room. Bass heavy tracks like Billie Eilish's Bad Guy absolutely shine through a speaker like this without sacrificing treble related details at the same time. Finger snaps on that track still have good clarity, not to mention the production details of her breathy vocal performance. Now, as expected, these are party speakers, so the mids are rather underemphasized. Instruments like distorted guitars take a bit of a backseat in your mix, but that's all part of the popular consumer-friendly V-shaped sound. Enhanced bass, underemphasized mids, and enhanced treble. Now, the punchy setting does emphasize the low mids a bit more, so while you don't quite get that deep bass, you might prefer it if you're primarily listening to rock music, as it helps bring up the crack of a snare drum in the mix a little bit. But otherwise, again, both settings allow for decent treble clarity, allowing vocals, cymbals, and synths to still be heard without issue. That said, if you're not satisfied with the presets, you do always have the option of diving into the 7-band custom EQ to fine-tune either speaker to your taste. There is room to tweak, so it's worth experimenting. However, as a guy who reviews speakers for a living, when it comes to party speakers, people want bass, volume, and a sick light show to go with it. So if you are primarily listening outdoors, the 720 safely checks all those boxes there with the stock EQ and deep bass engaged. So, should you buy the JBL PartyBox 720 for $1099 or the PartyBox 520 for $879? Well, it really just comes down to how you like to party. Again, for big events, outdoor listening, when you want the most output and the sickest light show around, the 720 is certainly up to the task. I don't think you'll be disappointed with its performance. But let's not forget, it's also 70 pounds. If you need something a little more portable, the PartyBox 520 ain't no slouch either. I always like to remind listeners that buying 2 smaller units and running them in stereo is always an option if you're entertaining regularly, although it's gonna cost you a bit more. Keep an eye out for sales. Then you're getting 2 sick light shows, and you can pair them together for true stereo performance. Place one on each side of the room and you'll get proper left to right separation, which is the ideal way to listen. Something to consider. Otherwise, if you just want a straight up party monster with excellent bass strength and a mesmerizing light show, go ahead and snag a 720. Of course, if either the 720 or the 520 is absolute overkill for your needs, but you still want to party, you can check out my other video comparing the 520 with the smaller PartyBox Stage 320 right over here. Happy partying. Oh, yeah, no. Partying! Whew, 70 pounds, man. Okay, I gotta leave.